What's going on, guys? My name is Max Beaumont. I'm a communication skills coach, and today I'm going to be reviewing a video of Martin Luther King's presentation skills. So I'm going to be looking at his famous I Have a Dream speech, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and my reaction to his speech. I'll let you know my thoughts. We'll dive right in.
To present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
I don't actually know if I've ever watched this speech in full. It's cool to see an old video like this.
To join with you today.
Wow, look how many people there. That's in Washington, D.C. right there. He looks short. Was he a short guy? I don't know. I'll have to look it up after.
A great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves.
Notice how he really emphasizes, like he gets the most out of every word, and just the way he said came.
This momentous decree came.
He emphasizes almost every word because to him, every word is important. So something to take note of when you're speaking. If there's a word, if there's something in particular that you feel passionate about that's important for your audience to know, emphasize that word. Martin Luther King, he's the master at it.
But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later.
It's powerful, powerful. And notice how he's pausing after almost every sentence. He's letting it sink in. Like I've been counting, there's like 2, 3 full second pauses between sentences. And you're just sort of hanging on to every word that he's saying.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
What I think is super important when you have a message that you want people to remember, you want that message to be simple and easy to digest and easy to remember. And I Have a Dream is one of those messages that we can repeat and we can repeat and we can repeat, and you can get a movement behind.
I have a dream.
And just hearing him say that, it gives you chills because you knew how big of a moment this was and how big of a shift in time this was. And it's cool to see.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
You just hear his passion. His passion. He's giving everything in his body. His whole being is committed to this speech. It's committed to this belief. The most powerful speakers in the world, their soul, their mind, everything goes into what they're saying because they believe it with every ounce of their being. And you can tell the passion that's coming out of Martin Luther King's voice here is undeniable.
My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content.
One of the most famous lines in his speech. Hell yeah, Martin.
With its vicious races, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
The picture that he's painting is so vivid, and at this point every single person cannot help but hang on to every word that he is saying right here. I have a dream, and he's ending every segment off with I have a dream today. He's sort of keeping that uniformity in his speech and summarizing his main thesis and his main message at the beginning and at the end of every single one of his segments and sentiments. So it's just beautifully composed and beautifully articulated, and everything about it is so powerful.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with this faith. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania.
I like how he's just being very specific with the details in his speech and his message. He's mentioned Alabama, New York, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire. He's connecting with different people. Like if you hear the state or the city that you're from in this speech, you're gonna feel more connected to it. And that goes toward other public speaking and presentation scenarios that you're in, and a lesson we can learn from MLK is try to be specific about different things that other people in your audience can connect to. And he's being very specific in his language and very descriptive in his language throughout his entire speech, which I think is just another reason why it's so damn powerful.
Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring in Windy Capital. We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Let's go. Let's go. Final takeaways. The guy is an incredible orator. What a powerful speech that was. That was really my first time watching it all the way through. What stands out for me is just his undeniable, unmatched passion. Every ounce of his being was poured into that speech, and you could feel it. He was really descriptive and specific with all of his examples. The speech was actually very structured. It had the I have a dream main message that we're gonna remember, that's gonna stick with us forever. Unbelievable, unbelievable speech overall, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Talk to you soon.